Update 41 male questioning sexuality after making a new friend. Leading up to Monday, we texted like normal. He convinced me to download Snapchat, which I had heard about, but sort of wrote off as an app where teens and 20-somethings exchange dirty pictures, or where cheating spouses go to because the chats don't stick around. I bit, and we had been snapping goofy pictures using the filters. Things we bumped into throughout the day. This guy is seriously hilarious. He has this goofball sense of humor and knows how to bring light to any little interaction he comes across. Anyway, so Monday rolls around. I'm excited to hang out and nervous all at the same time. I knew he'd have other friends there, all of which I'd never met before, and that wasn't helping. The nerves. I get over there around 2. He has one friend already there and is expecting more. They trickle in, and I'm doing my best to mingle with all the new faces. Everyone is super friendly and made me feel like one of the boys. We cut up after the game, played some pool. James had been a bit distant from me that night, but it was understandable that he was manning the grill and entertaining 8-10 people. He couldn't be everywhere at once. I was going to try to hang out until everyone cleared out so I could talk to him about the kiss, which is exactly what I did. I did my best to not elongate conversations so as to give off the night's winding down vibe. After some time, everyone left with the exception of one friend who was sleeping off the booze on his couch. I asked James if we could talk outside. We walk outside and the conversation went something like this: "I know I kissed you the other day, and I don't know if that was something I should have done. It just sort of felt like the right thing to do in the moment. I've just been thinking about our friendship a lot, and I think I may be confused about what we are or where we are heading." I was absolutely out there now. No turning back. I basically just told him I had developed feelings for him and wanted to know where he stood with me. He didn't even hesitate to respond that he'd been wondering the same thing, why I haven't brought it up before now. Obviously I told him I had never been bisexual or gay before, but the texting all the time, the flirting, the kiss. He reassured me our friendship had a no walls, open door, open communication thing. I could come to him with whatever was on my mind and I just teared up. It wasn't crying, just tearing up, but it was so many emotions all at once. I gave him a hug and told him I appreciated that. We sat down and I explained to him how confused I've been these last couple weeks, how this is all new to me. He is such a good listener. I sort of just rattled off everything that's been on my mind regarding us, my confusion in sexuality, my fears. He is an active listener, so he had a sentiment or an answer for most of the things I said. They were all comforting. He told me he has feelings for me, that he wasn't sure if he came on too strong. He is not openly gay. He has been bisexual since his teen years, and he explained it that as he's gotten older he's hiding it less and cares less of what people think. Not all of his friends know, and the ones that do know don't care. A few of the guys from the party knew he was bi. I don't know what I would call the gut feeling I had, but explaining everything, talking about it, airing it out with him was like when you're reading a good book late at night in bed. The story's been confusing. You need answers which you think are coming any minute, but flipping the page and a new chapter starting. Do you keep reading now, or do you save it for tomorrow? I felt like we had gotten enough out in the air that we are on the same page. I have feelings for him. He has feelings for me. This is new for me. This is nothing new for him. He explained that nothing has to change in our friendship. If we wanted to get physical we could, but I shouldn't be pressured. I wanted to kiss him. Not like the first one, where it was just a slight slip of my tongue and a lip press. I turned to him and put my hand on his knee and leaned in. He gently grabbed the back of my head. We kissed. Full on made out for what seemed like ever. It was the most satisfying kiss I've ever had. This where the physical stuff ends for me. For now. Anyway, I'm not ready for anything further than kissing at the moment. By this time it was nearly 3 in the morning, and I had to go. He walked me to my car, and we made out a second time before I got in. He told me to get home safe, and I did. I texted him to let him know I got home safe and hopped in the shower. I was so emotionally charged that I couldn't get to sleep until around 5 AM. I ended up calling out of work Tuesday. James and I have plans to hang out again this weekend. He wants to go out for food and a place called Top Golf with me and some of his friends from the party. I've never golfed before, so this should be interesting. LOL. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm just taking things day to day at this point. I know where we stand, and I'm happy. Thank you for all of your support. I have hundreds of inbox messages with encouraging words. People who are confused about their sexuality, etc. I just want you all to know that nobody should be afraid to be who they are. You only get one go around this earth, and it would be a shame to waste it hiding from what you truly are, based on other people's accord. I'm learning this myself, and I'm telling you, it's liberating. Lots of you were wanting an update following our hangout on Saturday. The trip went well. We spent the entire day out hiking. I was very observant in our interactions. However, I didn't want to be so observant that I overthought anything or misinterpreted anything. So I went with the flow and the vibes were great. We hiked a trail for the better part of the day before stopping to rest, before making the trek back down. When I had the opportunity in conversation, I mentioned that I had thought about his question about me ever having a male-male experiment, and I told him that, although I hadn't ever really had one, or considered it until that point, it stuck with me, and I thought I might be curious to try it. I delivered this passively, just so not to put him on the spot. To my comfort, he received it well. He had some genuine sentiments about how short life is, and how things are not always so black and white in terms of how things should be. It felt like the time to make a move, but I just didn't do it. We were sitting less than 2 feet apart, looking at each other during this conversation, and I just didn't do it. It was a matter of nerves getting the best of me. Plus, what if things went south? That'd be a long, awkward walk back to our car, followed by a long ride back to town. Fast forward to the following week. During the week we texted as much as normal. This time I've loosened things up using more emojis, being generally a bit flirty and a bit risque, but in a masculine, teasing way, using fitness and physique to goof with him. We got together last night for some drinks at the pub we met at. Following that we went back to his house to play the new NBA 2K20 demo on PS4. I'll admit I'm not very good at video games, and needless to say he beat me pretty bad, but I kept the competitive spirit alive, and we had a blast. At the end of the night, around 11 p.m. I went to leave. I had been working myself up to kiss him all night, figuring it would be easier with some drinks in me. I went in for our hug. When I pulled back, I kept my arms around his back, let him pull back until he was spaced back. He looked me right in the face and sort of smirked, and I laid it on him. I went right in and kissed him. It was short. I didn't use much tongue, but I pulled back and said, I guess I can say I've experimented now, right? And he sort of chuckled and said, yeah, I guess you can. Man, he had a sort of confused smile on his face. I had one on mine, and it was fireworks in my stomach. I played it cool. I left and texted him when I got home that I was home safe, and I thanked him again for a good time. He replied with a similar sentiment, and to my surprise, didn't ask me about the kiss. He asked if I wanted to come over Monday night for the Notre Dame game and a cookout. I told him I'd love to, and I'll bring some ribs to cook. We have texted as normal today, and I can't tell you how excited I'm for Monday and to see what happens next. I know I waited a while to update, but I felt like I had nothing to update at the time of the hiking trip, so I wanted to wait until I had more to report. I will post another update in the comment section here after Monday. Thank you so much to everyone who has given me advice and been so supportive. I feel like I'm living my life for the first time at the age of 41. I think he is handling this perfectly. He is being very patient and considerate. Great update. And I'm glad OP feels great support from the subreddit. I just logged on to see how this was received, and needless to say I'm speechless over the responses here. Thank you all so much. I feel like I have thousands of people in my corner, and it's a feeling that I cannot describe. You are all amazing people. This is so beautiful. I'm so proud of you, random internet stranger, for taking a chance and chasing happiness. You seem already very balanced and not overthinking things, and I believe that's key. Just let the cards fall as they may and do what feels comfortable to you. Can't wait for your next update. I'm so excited for you. And weirdly proud. Can a 26-year-old be proud of a 41-year-old stranger? I think life throws us all opportunities and experiences that we can really miss out on if we don't take advantage. How lucky for you that you're taking this chance. Wishing you all the best. I just wanted to add and say how happy this story has made me. I'm a 23 female who recently opened up to the possibility of dating women, and it's been a game changer. I'm so glad you're happy and you've met someone who makes you feel fireworks. I'm so happy for you, brother. You deserve to feel the way you do. Credit for breaking the norms. All the best to you both. I love this story. It makes me feel like I'm not so silly to be smitten like a teenager at 36. You have balls, friend. I admire that you went for the kiss. I need your balls. Well, you keep yours. I'll grow a pair. Yay for you. I've heard it's not uncommon for many women to live their lives straight and discover their sexuality in around the same age as you. I see no reason as to why the same wouldn't apply to men. So many of us are conditioned to live heterosexually by society we don't even consider the possibility we may not be entirely straight. Rock on, bud. And cheers to being ever changing and evolving. I'm so hooked on this story and hope you continue to update. It's just so pure and lovely. In terms of advice, maintain your open mind. Be explicit in communicating your feelings. And keep taking risks. You got this. OP. I'm so happy for you. I'm definitely following this story along and can't wait to read the update. You deserve happiness and you deserve this feeling. Props to you for being open and for exploring your emotions. You asshole. I can't wait for your ducking Monday night now. If you don't put an update, I wish you both turn out to be straight. LOL. All the best, man. I really want you to be happy. And listen, don't cook any imaginary stories in your head. For all we know, he might consider you just RFRND. You made your move. Now let him do the next one. Don't ruin the amazing friendship you guys have cause of any expectations. This is a lovely post. That exciting stage where you're not really sure about how the person 100% feels, but you're hoping it's the same way. With those nervous, excited butterflies. I hope your next plans go well and that things become a bit clearer between you. Please date this guy if you both are into it. Of course, XD, this love story is too perfect. 3. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.